Hello everybody and welcome back to Dana's Coloring Obsession. I am here with a tag video. I was tagged by Colored by Maya. Thank you for the tag. It was originally started by Shelly from Shell's Coloring Journey, and it's called My Coloring Book Confessions tag. And there are 23 questions, and I'm about to show a whole stack of books here. So thank you for the tag, and I am excited to do this. This is super fun. I've watched a whole bunch of colorists do this tag, and it's been exciting to get to see their answers and everything. So here are mine. I hope you guys are all doing well and that you're halfway through your week and you're doing good. So yeah, let's just get started, shall we? So the first question is my oldest book in my collection. And the very first, so I started in March of 2023, adult coloring. And the first book I purchased was Mythic World by Kirby Rosanes. I don't have a whole bunch done in here. I had watched ColorTube for quite a while before I started coloring, so I do have 4 done in here. This is one of my books to finish first, but I decided on Kirby because of his shading. I thought that would help me jump into the world of that is adult coloring more easily. I did get some done, one for Halloween. This was with Prismas and some Jelly Roll on there. But yeah, so Kirby, although they're very detailed and can be very intimidating to some, and big projects, especially his double page spreads, I think they're very approachable when you finally get started because of the hash marks and the shading he's already done in his illustrations. I do have a whip here, my Tree Sprite. I don't think that's what it's called, but I did this one as a buddy color with Joe from Jordy Colors. Prismas again. I use Prismas a lot in Kirby's books, I'm finding. I should probably try other pencils. I'm not going to go any of my books that I share with you in this tag today. If you want me to flip any of them, I'm more than happy to do that. Just let me know in the comments below. But I guess I don't need to flip through the whole book here. Just know that Kirby is fantastic and I've wanted to do this page forever. I've seen so many people do it though that it's like, oh, how do I put my own spin on it? Because I mean, it's a lava monster, right? A lava dragon. So my initial reaction is like oranges and yellows and reds and dark black rocks in his scales and stuff. But that I've seen that done. So I don't know. That's why I've waited so long to do that one. But I do have some early ones. This one was another buddy color with Joe from Jordy Colors. We've done a few Kirby pages together. This is an old one. This was actually in March of 2023. It's a yokai or an oni, which is like a demon, a Japanese demon, I think. But that's an early one. Is that Prisma? That might be Prisma. I'm not sure. But I think that's all I've got in here. I think I showed you 4. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that is my oldest book in my collection. And this book will actually pop up in a few of my other questions as well. So I might want to put that to the side and if I need it. Okay, next question is, what's my newest book that I've bought? And it's this one. I just recently showed this to you guys in my Monday mashup. Garden of Dreams, A Magical World of Make-Believe to color, and it's by this illustrator. Don't have anything colored in it yet because I just got it, but it is adorable, very detailed work. I've seen Coloring with Kay do this page, this double page spread, and it was amazing. She's got the Japanese version. I think it's Japanese. Oh, you know what? I'm not sure. I think it's Japanese. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm so sorry for my ignorance if it is incorrect. But yeah, beautiful pages. But this is my newest book in my collection. Good paper, seems to be anyway. So I'm excited to get my first one done in here. Number 3, most colorful page you've completed. I have 2 to show you, one of which I just got done in October. And it is in Hannah Carlson's new Halloween book. I did the Halloween wreath and I decided to go neon with it. They're Prismas, lots of gel pen, lots of metallic gel pen, and white Posca and things. But yeah, very colorful, besides the background, you know, but I want it to pop, so hopefully I succeeded in that. But I thought that was super colorful. And then also one from way back when is in Alien Worlds by Kirby Rosanis, and it's this one. I used Black Widows on this and some Paul Rubens iridescent watercolor. But yeah, and also I think this is Neocolor too background. This was in 2023, you guys, so you know, be kind. May of 2023, but it was very bright and colorful. So those are a couple of my very colorful pages I've done. And then number 4 says most relaxing book to color in. And I'm going to have to say my Matchstick Mouse books. I just grabbed one of them. I have several, if not, no, I don't think I got all of them. No, I don't, but pretty much almost. But I grabbed Springtime just at random because they're so small. They're easy wins, but the paper's not great, but it's relaxing because it's just a small scene, and I know that I want to do stickers and stuff, and it's this was my very first marker feat when in 2023 there. But yeah, I just find it relaxing to color these little circular illustrations, and I know, you know, it's not any guessing game at what's what and what colors should be what. It's just very relaxing and enjoyable, and I picked these. So yeah, Matchstick Mouse by Morgan O'Brien. Okay, and number 5, most detailed challenging book. So I have a couple. One is, I have a couple of these books by their Disney Dreams collection, Charming Coloring Book by Tom's Kincaid Studios. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen these, but they are very detailed. I'm gonna get to one that's really detailed, but also challenging in that some of the detail is left for your own interpretation. I guess this book is smaller, so you guys need to kind of, and I'm not a artist, so some of that is very intimidating and worrisome for me. Like this, see this beautiful flower work, right, with all of the greenery and stuff, but look at it here. I have to figure out how to make that look good. And I don't know if I can do that. I don't know what to do there. So I haven't colored in this book. Actually, that might be part of another question that I chose a different book for. But yeah, these are very challenging and detailed. There's like 3 of these out there now, I think. One just came out. I don't have it, but I didn't let myself buy it. It's on my wish list, but I didn't let myself buy it because I haven't colored in these ones yet. But yeah, so it just says Thomas Kincaid Studios. So I'm not sure as far as like illustration. Anyway, so that's one of them. And then I just recently got this by Maurizio Campidelli, Magic Made Real. And these are very detailed and challenging, I think. Yeah, so some of it's like, ooh, like look at that. And this paper is thin, so I'm a little worried. I think it's just going to be a pencil book, which, look at that. But I want to color these pages. It's just, oh. Anyway, very cool though. Very cool. So that one. And then the last one that's I put in the challenging detailed category, you've seen by Jess from Coloring Bumblebee. Fantastic Worlds by Alessandra Fusi. This one has a lot better paper than the other one that I just showed you, but it's still very detailed and challenging. I see it as challenging. Look at this intricate lace. I mean, there's some open space and things which is intimidating for backgrounds, and there are some that are, you know, not going to be so bad, but it's still going to be challenging for me as the kind of color, you know, and my abilities, I guess. But these are newer to my collection, so yeah, I don't have anything colored in here, and these are ones that I think I'm gonna do little by little, and it will be over several months to finish one, because they're all double page spreads, and yeah. So, but yeah, so those are my challenging and detailed books. And then my most unique art style. So like I said, there's been a lot of people, colorists on YouTube that have already done this, and I've agreed with each and every one of them on the artist or illustrator that they've chosen that has a unique art style. Most every illustrator out there does have their own unique style. So this is kind of a hard question. I agree with the ones that I've seen, like Erie, Karolina Kubikowska. What was another one that I saw somebody do? There are lots more, but one that I hadn't seen anybody say, and now this is a horror book, you guys. It's not too bad. It's not one of the really bad ones, but I'm just going to let you know. I'll show the front cover. So this is Alan Robert. He's got lots of books out there, and lots of them are called The Beauty of Horror. And his illustration style is very unique, in my opinion. The dots and lines versus the regular hatching and stuff that you see in shading is just unique to me. The way he draws, chooses to draw things, like look at this fur and things. It's just very unique to him and this series of books that he has illustrated. Sorry, words are failing me, but yeah. So I chose Alan Robert to show you guys as a unique art style. next is a book I've colored in the most. Okay, so I have a book that's a project book with Lauren from Low Colors. This is a Matchstick Mouse book, and it's the floral one. You guys seen this every month. I do a page in here with her, and we are 50% done with this book. I'm not going to show you each and every single page because I was going to do a 50% finished video here soon, and that will kind of be, you know, spoiled. There, I'm going to skip a few by showing you every single thing in this video. So, but as you can see, I like to do extra embellishments around them, and I have a whip I need to finish. But I've got 18 pages done in here, and that brings halfway to finished. So that's my most colored in book currently. And next I have a book I love, number 8, a book I love but haven't colored in yet. There are lots of them, unfortunately, in my collection that I haven't colored in yet, but I got this a long time ago, and it's untouched right now. And it is Joanna Basford's Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. A Magical Tale to Color. I don't know if you have this book and you've read the story or not, but the story is awesome. And I haven't colored in this yet for a very specific reason. I want to color this book and pass it down to my grandchildren. It's got really good paper. And I haven't colored in it yet because I really want to do a good job. And I'm worried, you know. I want to make sure that I have an amazing book for them. And yeah. So that's this one. And the story is amazing. I don't know. I highly suggest that you read this story. It's adorable. It's a really thick book, and there's lots of pages here, but I really should jump into it soon. Really fun stuff in here to color too. But that is the book that I love but haven't colored. Again, there are tons, but that's the one I chose for this question. Okay, next, number 9, a book you would save in a fire. This was hard for me. You know, I'd like to run a wheelbarrow up to my art office room area and just pile them all in and take off with them. But can't do that. So I just grabbed a few that were hard for me, like for harder to purchase, I guess. And this is one of them. I have 3 of these actually. This is Fabiana Atanasios' Wizard of Oz. I have Wizard of Oz, Snow White, and Peter Pan. She's made, I don't know how many of the fairy tales total, but these are out of print and have been for a very long time. And I saw them at a way lower price than I'd ever seen them before. So I snatched them up, and I treasure them. I treasure them. So, yeah, I cannot wait to color in these, but this would be, you know, I would try to grab one of these if I could, because of that reason. And my Clara Markova books. This is my favorite, Fairy Touch of Magic. These you can only buy on Etsy, and they're very expensive. So yeah, I would try to grab one of these if I could. I only only have one colored in here, and this was from a long time ago, 2023. I need to color in here more. I have flagged and flagged and flagged in here, but again, you'll find that if I really, really adore a book, it's hardly colored in, if at all. And a lot of us do that, I've noticed. It's just, you don't want to mess up your one of your prized possessions, right? I don't know. But I need to color in these more. Lots more. So that's another one that I pulled. And I only pulled a couple. This one got damaged. It fell off the shelf. I was sick I was so upset. Anyway, but yeah, so I just pulled a couple because, you know, each one of us could maybe show our entire collection for each question. But okay, so next question is number 10. A book with the best paper quality. I would say any of Hannah Carlson's older books, like Seasons or even Daydreams. Those you can use quite a lot of different mediums, but I finally did a page in this book, which is Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Liddell Oberg, and I know that other colorists have chosen this book for this question as well, but it's true. I did this page just recently, and I was rough on the page, and it took it like a champ. It really did. So it's very nice quality paper, and the book quality is amazing. So this is the one I picked for that question. And next is my favorite grayscale coloring book. And a lot of people, you said this one as well. And it is Christine Caron's Wildflower Folk, or her other two that are the artist grade quality, you know, these beautiful books. I really wanted to color this one this month. I don't know if I'm going to get to it or not, but I do have a few in here that are colored from spring. Right there, those two. But yeah, it's just a light grayscale, and it's easy to color over, and it doesn't worry me like some grayscales could. You know, it does have some shadowing and stuff for you, but it still leaves room for your shading and your coloring, you know what I mean? It doesn't overpower anything, in my opinion. But they're one-sided and just gorgeous. So Christine Caron. I also have one more, and this one is a little more than Christine Caron's, and this is Daria. Oh, I always mispronounce her last name. Catcher Soy. I was told that the K is a CH sound. Catcher Soy. I don't know. I'm so sorry. There's her name. She's not a uncommon illustrator out there. Come on, camera. But she does do grayscale, and it is a little darker. But I really do love her work, and I have colored her stuff before, and I found it very easy to work with. But yeah, I really like her stuff as well. Very smooth and easy to color over, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So she's another one. Okay, and then I have next question, which is a book that intimidates you. Okay, well, I have a lot of those, but one that sprang to mind that was nearby and at hand was a new book to me, Dragonling coloring book by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And I chose this one because you can see, where's a good example? Sorry, this book is a little bit better than some of her older ones are more of an example for this, but oh, come on. Okay, so here's an example of what I'm talking about. The reason why it's so intimidating is the background is like a grayscale. It's lighter and less detailed. And again, just like that other Disney Thomas Kincaid book I was showing you, that intimidates me to no end because I am not an artist. I don't draw at all, like not even a little bit. So to add in my own details to anything is going to be very hard for me, you know, because I worry that it would look good and I'm just not skilled at that stuff. So that's why I chose this one, because of the backgrounds being so intimidating. I love this picture. It's awesome. So yeah, that one intimidates me. Okay, next. Number 13, a book you want to finish one day. Okay, so there are a ton of them, 25. Top 25 is what I chose. I would love to finish all my books. I know that's not possible, but I do. Every book I purchase, I want to see colored, and I know that's not possible, so I've picked 3, and one of them is the Mythic World book that you saw, Kirby Rosanis, and one is Seasons by Hannah Carlzone. I chose this one because it's one of my favorites of Hannah's, and it is a full book color along on my channel. We are 5 pages in, completed anyways. We are on the 6th page. I have not done that yet, but we've done this one with a Sarah Renee Clark color cube color palette. And this one with Albert Durers and a lot of gel pen. We did this one. Sorry, it's got a shiny background. I was really happy with my crystals in this one. And there's one more, or 2 more, sorry. We just did this one, which was a very labor of love, I should say. It was very challenging. Had a lot of mishaps, but I got it finished. And then we did this one in September. So for November, I am going to be doing this one and hope to get that started probably today or tomorrow, actually. So we're going to be doing that one next. So this one I want to finish. And then the last one I want to show you, again, I've got way more that I want to finish, but these are the ones I'm showing you, is my Mythographic Wild Summer by Joseph Kattenbang. Now, this is one of my favorite mythographics. It's in my top 25. I've only got 2 done so far in this book. I did these guys, the otters, for Space Timber. That took a minute to do. And then I did this one, gosh, was it the beginning of this year? It might have been even last year that I don't remember. I don't even remember, when was this published? Okay, so this was published in 2024. It's probably 2024 that I published, listen to me, that it was published and that I colored this, is what I'm trying to say. This was Prisma's. This was Albert Durers and Polychromos and some Gansai Tambi. and some gel pen. I still need to do a black background on this. I like to do that. It just makes the page pop more, I think. But yeah, I'd love to finish this book. There isn't a page in here that I don't like. Some more challenging than others as mythographics go. Look at him. But just really fun images. Oh. Super neat. Fun, fun, fun. So yeah, that's one I want to complete. And next question is best book for practicing new techniques. I'm gonna say Seasons again, because Seasons gonna pop up a lot in these questions, you guys. And it might not just be this book, it might just be Hannah Carlzone and her older books. Because of the paper, I just find myself doing the different techniques and different mediums in here. You know, I'm using my Neocolor 2s in the background, and gel pens, and acrylic paint, and Albert Durr watercolor pencils, and oil pastels, and distressed inks I'm using. And this month, I mean, we're using some King Art gel sticks, and you know, going into for that background. And so I'm using a lot of my mediums, and it's always in this book, it seems to be. So yeah, that would be a good book for new techniques and things. The pages are very diverse, and there's all 4 seasons in here, you know, to utilize. And you know, some pages with big background space and some without. So it's just a good book to try out all of those wonderful things we want to try. So yeah, let's see. Next is most affordable but great quality book. Okay, so I picked Diane DeFore and her books, because these little books are not very expensive and have over 100 page images to color. And the paper, while it's not the absolute best ever, will take water mediums. This is all Albert Durr. And let's see, what else have I used in here? That's Albert Durr again. I do like to use my Albert Durrs in here. So that's all Albert Durr. This is just pencil work, I think. But I've seen people use Neocolor 2s in here, and all kinds of things. So, but yeah, so this is a great quality book. You get 100 images, and it's cheap. And this one, and also boiled, I can't pronounce this correctly, boiled de pois, I believe, fur balls. Again, Diane DeFore. And she's got some other books that are also good paper, not necessarily 100 images, but they're also very affordable in my opinion. Okay, next. Let's see. Book you recommend for beginners. Okay, so also Diane DeFore, because these books are small. Look at, this is my hand. And they're easy wins because of the length, but the paper is good, and they're just cute small images to get started with. Oh, see, look here, I used pastels, chalk pastels, and some Mod Podge Glitter Extreme on the water. But yeah, they're not very complicated, so you don't have to figure out what's what. And yeah, so it's just, they're very beginner friendly in my opinion. But also, Kirby, like I had said before, any Kirby Rosanis book, because he does all that good shading. And yes, they're intimidating because they're really big pictures with detail, but the shading helps. Once you get started, it helps you learn where you're supposed to be shading and things. So it's a lesson in itself, which is also good for the beginners. So that's my opinion on that question. Next, we have, I keep losing my spot. Question 17, book that sparks your creativity. You guys know which one I'm going to say. Seasons by Hannah Carlson. I'm sorry I keep picking the same book, but I just find I am brave here. Also, you know, I found that in Camellia de Erico's books, here, so I can show you a different book. Camellia de Erico. And I think it's because the paper is good, and I don't know. I just feel more adventurous and willing to be creative, I guess, in these pages. And I honestly can't necessarily put my finger on why. This book, the one that I pulled, actually doesn't have any colored pages in it because it's the first one I just recently got it, but I did want to color in it this month if I could. We'll see. I have some November pages picked out, but yeah, I just find myself, the ones I have done in her other books, using the mediums that scare me, and going out, thinking outside the box and doing different things that I normally do. So there's that. And Hannah, because I showed you I use all those mediums in here, and it makes me braver, and I consider that to be more creative, I guess. I don't know. Next question, number 18. Most nostalgic of or childhood inspired books. I have a couple. I just pulled one of these, but anything Disney, because it brings me back to my childhood, things I played with, movies I watched, memories of like movie theater trips with my grandmother or my mom, you know. This book is just amazing. I love this book. I'm actually a project book with my sister in this book, but it just takes me back to my childhood, you know, each time that I color these images and things. So, and there's so many in one book, you know, so that they're all here. So Petit Poupée, by Hatchet Heroes, and the illustrator is there, but Disney. And then also, I just pulled a couple color by numbers because they were the reason why I bought them was purely nostalgia. Well, and I use these for relaxing coloring, but Care Bears, guys, I just showed you these recently. So this is my childhood in a book. I had the stuffed animals all on my bed all the time, you know, and I had the little figurines to play with. I watched the movies and the shows over and over again. Care Bears, as well as the Smurfs. You know, this is the first one, so I do have a couple done in here. Smurfette. But yeah, my childhood. Those are some from my childhood. Okay, and next is a book with the most variety in pages. Okay, so I am gonna agree with Jess and kind of take it a step further. Jess from Coloring Bumblebee chose one of Kanoko Egusa's books. And she is very correct in that it had all the different types of colorings, variety. But I also think that Kanoko Agusa in general, their books are always a great variety. They are seasonal, but they also have double page spreads, wallpaper type photo pages, scenic pages, also foods and objects, florals, and like I said, seasonal things, but also just very different abstract type pages as well, if you're into that. But also framed photos and wreaths, just all kinds of things. I'm sorry, this is Kingdom of Curious Creatures by Kanoko Agusa. This is another book, and I don't have anything colored in this one right now, but very, very filled with variety. Even blacked out backgrounds and things. So there's a food page again, another one that's got a frame. So yeah, Kanoko Agusa, any book of theirs. Okay, number 20, a seasonal favorite. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Seasons, you guys. Seasons by Hannah Calzone. I'm sorry, but it has all 4 seasons, obviously, because it's called Seasons, and each one starts with a wreath like this. So this is the summer seasons, and there's always an array of pages, like, I don't know, 8 to 10 pages maybe. I'm just kind of throwing that out there off the top of my head of that season, and then you know that you're going to the next season by the next wreath, and I'm going to show that to you. And then it starts in autumn, and it continues on, and it's just got beautiful pages for all seasons. You can color in this all year round. One of the reasons why I chose this book for our full book color along, so we'll have a section to color in, all year round and pick from, so it makes it easier to choose pages and stuff. But yeah, Seasons is a really good seasonal favorite. Next is most whimsical or fun book. Now there are a lot out there, you guys. I chose Nelko Neko's Story of Precious Cats. I don't have a colored page in here yet, but I want to. These are cats doing people things. Very whimsical, I think. Look at this page. They're just doing fun, adorable things. Some seasonal stuff in here, but oh my gosh, very whimsical to me. Alice in Wonderland photos. They're making pizza, like, in dresses, they're all dressed up to the nines, and they just make believe, they're pirates in that one that I just passed, and they're floating in air balloons that have teacups and hats, as they're, it's just very fun. Oversized food with kittens that are baking, and and it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I need to get started in this book. Okay, and we're almost done. We're getting there. Most realistic or nature-inspired book. I had to go, now I have a few, but I had to go with Fragile World by Kirby Rosanis. Now this book is, he did solely for endangered species, and he illustrated them, put their information in the back like he always does, but he illustrated them in a very realistic way, to represent each animal, each species that is endangered. And everything's realistic. So to me, this book is definitely one of the most realistic nature inspired books that I have in my collection. I do have some finished. This is an old page, you guys. Look at my look at my sky. I tried to cover it or to help things with the Mod Podge, but it's okay. It's learning. I was trying to do fur and trying to do the top of water, and wow, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And here's my red panda in the snow. But yeah, this book is amazing. I have another one, I thought. What other one did I do? Oh, the frogs. They're up here with my sister. I wasn't too happy with my flowers, but it's a page done. But yeah, one of my top 25 too. I need to get working in all these books. January will be the month that I just work in my top 25. Last question, or no, well, yeah, sorry. Question 23. Book you have ignored the longest. It's uncolored. And I have to say illustrator, and I'm not necessarily ignoring her, but Crystal Vogel, I adore her illustrations. And I have 5 of her books now. And all I have done is a whip. Like, I don't even have a page completed in her books, and I've had them since like 2023. I've had some of her books, and they're adorable, and I love them to pieces, but they're very detailed and a little bit intimidating to me, and I just haven't done it. I haven't colored them. Oh. But this is her most recent, her fairy tale book. Did I translate it? I thought I had. Well, shoot, I'm sure I did. I'm sorry, I didn't translate it. But it is her fairy tale book. Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. It came out last year. But she has some other ones like Enchanted Forest and those kinds of things, and a mermaid book as well. But yeah, these are untouched, and they shouldn't be. It's a big shame. So yeah. Oh, and Joe from Piggy Pen's YouTube channel, she added a question, number 24, and that was, what is your holy grail? And what would you be willing to pay for it? And I have to say, since 2023, I had been looking for those Fabiana Attanasio books, the fairy tales ones, and I got those just recently, and paid a lot less than I'd seen in a long time. But ones that I just really want, and they're getting less and less visible, but are extremely expensive, are the Tomislav Tomlik, I can't say that correctly, books. They're so detailed, but every time I see somebody finish one of those pages, it's like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I was willing to pay $40. I paid $40 for one. It was one with the old title on the top, but it's on its way. And I'm going to be happy with that. I would love both of them, but the other, they're like $60 and above, and sometimes even more, like on eBay and stuff. And I just, you know, I shouldn't do that for a coloring book. So I did get one, and I'm not gonna try to, you know, I did it. My holy grail. Um, so yeah, that was my number 24. So there you go, you guys. Those are my coloring book confessions. Thanks for tagging along with me, and I'm not going to tag anyone specific because, like I said, a lot of people have already done this. But if you see this and you would like to do this, go for it. And you have a channel, you know, go for it. I will copy paste the questions in the description below. Like I said, it was started by Shelly from Shell's Coloring Journey, and I was tagged by Colored by Maya. Thank you, Maya, for tagging me. I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And those of you who have, thank you very much. It helps my community grow, and we would love to have you if you haven't. So yeah, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.